If you'd like to tell us a bit about what your stand is about.
Yes, of course I can.
How long you've been about, because I've got one of these at home.
Okay. Which one have you got?
Skyfit American one. But this would be more preferable for me. As you know, it fits in a lot better with the roof and the height. But then you have to reach out quite far a bit for that.
Well, I'm Gary from Medimotion. We provide top range of rehabilitation products, mainly passive active exercises. We also have therapy chairs and dynamic standing frames. But if we have a look at the passive active exercises first, these are Motormed devices that have been around for well over 25 years now. And they work in 3 distinct ways. This is the Movie, which is the top of the range, which can exercise your arms, your legs, or combined. So I select combined training. By default, if you don't have the capacity to work, or you want a good loosen up and a warm up, the bike will take up the workload for you. And as you can see, you provide the bit that you sit on, whether that's a chair or a wheelchair. So it's colour coordinated. When it's orange, you know that the motor is taking up the workload. And you can alter how fast and how slow you go. Obviously, a little bit faster you go, the more boost in circulation that you get. So good for maintaining a range of movement. If you have muscle stiffness, it's very good for keeping on top of that. And also, if you have issues with edema, it's very good at combating those as well. But if you do have the capacity to push, when you start working, you can see that the bike changes colour. It's now telling me that I'm now doing the work and I can change the resistance level. So as I get fitter and stronger over time, I can increase the amount of resistance that I'm working.
What sort of conditions can you work with?
Anyone with limited mobility who can't access a conventional piece of therapy or exercise equipment should be able to access these, but very typically it's neurological, so MS, stroke, Parkinson's, motor neuron, spinal injuries.
How about spinal atrophy?
Yeah, definitely. And they can all be used in a whole variety of situations. So a lot of people would use them for boosting circulation and range of movement, whereas a lot of people post-stroke, for example, would be using them to build up balance, coordination, strength and endurance. And as you can see, I've backed off now. I don't have to tell the bike to take over. It will automatically take up the workload from me as well. And then at the end of each session, when you finish, it's going to present you back with what you've done. So how much bike work the bike has done, how much you've done, how far you've been. So you can chart your progress over time with it. And you've also got the facility to be able to plug in your own training parameters as well, so you can set yourself goals and work differently with it every day. But essentially it's a really good low impact way of replacing lost movement and then potentially building on your endurance and strength again.
Where are these available from?
They're from us. We're called Medimotion, and we provide free home demonstrations, and we also provide a really popular interest-free hire buy scheme. So typically people may have used them in their local NHS hospital when they're rehabbing, and they want to continue to use it for home use, so they can hire it. But every time they hire it, the money they pay for the hire is coming off the cost of purchasing it. So they can buy it interest-free over time. It just makes it more accessible to them.
What would one of the machines retail at?
Roughly speaking, around just over 3 for a leg machine, rising up to over 6 for an arm and leg machine. And rental-wise, from about 375 for every 3 months for a leg one, up to 750 for every 3 months for this. And as I say, that those higher charges, they also contribute towards the purchase of the machine as well. It's all interesting.
And is all maintenance and all that provided with it?
We look after them too, so we do servicing and support. So with most of our customers, we'll help them set out some training parameters when we deliver it and set up. We're also there on the end of a phone line or for video calls if they need any support during their hire of the machine itself.
Thank you very much for that. Appreciate that.
Pleasure.